Holla at me on Instagram if you need collabs, if you need YouTube promotion. You heard? I'm the dude that'll get you out there and get you seen by thousands of people. Check that new story I got with the bro Cell. You heard a game of spades in Queen's house changed my life. Go check that, it's deep. You heard, get your life together. Make sure you join my Patreon like these two new smart fellows that signed up to see me perform a exorcism on this obsessed groupie. And yo, after you watch this story, check the bro Bancroll Bizzy on YouTube. Watch a couple of his videos. You heard? Leave a comment. Tell him Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man sent you. Yerp. Hey yo, this story right here is about how a dude went from 1 8-ball to making millions in a small town. And we're not putting out this story to glorify the drug game or inspire anybody to go sell drugs, because this man is out the game and got his whole life together in a different direction now. But this is what happened, and this is his story. You heard? Z-Man.
This bitch family put a root on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got shot and I got shot with a sawed-off shotgun, and they said I wasn't gonna walk again, right?
What you mean she put a root on you? You mean tried to?
I'm about to tell you. So fucking, I got shot, right? I got robbed. Nigga got me for some little shit, but nigga shot me with a sawed-off shotgun, right? So I was fucking with this broad. I got her pregnant a few times or whatever, and her family was just her feelings about a lot of shit. We ended up having some domestic shit going on, so her family got any feelings about some shit. So I ended up getting shot. Motherfucking doctor said I wasn't gonna walk again, right? So my mom's like mad religious and shit. So I was fucked up. Like, I really couldn't walk for about a year, for about 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But overall, like a year. So, but at the time, my leg is like dead. My shit ain't moving. That shit done shriveled up. I got muscular dystrophy in my shit. Like, my shit fucked up. So when the doctor told me I wasn't gonna walk again, my mom's was out of town. She came back home. She praying over me and all that. So she got she had a prophet come see me, right? My mom's had a prophet come see me. She praying over me. She talking in tongues and all that crazy shit. And after she talking tongues and she praying all crazy, she tell me like, yo, you gonna walk again. You know what I'm saying? She like, yo, you gonna walk again. She like, you gonna run. You know, she tell me all this crazy shit, a bunch of shit I don't even want to get into because it's some real shit. But at the end of the story, she said that somebody had put a spell on me. Right? She said somebody had put a spell on me, and she said that whoever it was, that they were gonna have to reveal themselves. They was gonna reveal themselves and tell me that they did it. So I'm like, yeah, that shit kind of crazy, whatever. But like 2-3 months go by, I'm in the bathtub washing and shit. I used to be washing, fucking with my leg, because I couldn't feel my shit. My shit was fucked. I couldn't even feel my leg. Couldn't move it, nothing. So I'm in the bathtub washing and shit, and my legs start moving like a centimeter, right? So I'm like, oh shit. So I start fucking, I'm amped, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't been able to walk. They done told me to cut my shit off, all this shit. So I'm amped up. I'm like, oh
now,
shit.
This is from getting hit with the sword off?
Yeah, this from getting hit with the sword off. I got hit in the back of the leg with a sword off.
Oh, it was
close range.
It was in the bottom of your leg or your thigh?
Yeah, the back of my thigh. The back of my thigh.
And it was buckshots,
like
or it was a shell or buckshots?
Buckshots. So it fucked up my sciatic nerve and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit fucked up my nerve. It was like it bruised my shit. I still got some of that shit in my leg to this day. So I'm telling my mom, like, Mom, look, she looking. I'm like, yo, she in there crying, praying. My shit moving just a little bit. I'm talking like I could wiggle my toes like a little bit, but before then it wasn't doing nothing. So time goes on. I get on the fucking
I don't want to interrupt you, my bro, but how did you what happened when you got shot in your leg, or you don't want to talk about that? Like, what happened? Like, what transpired when you end up getting shot in the leg?
Bitch ass niggas Nigga, I was locked up with this nigga. I came home. This was in North Carolina, cause I'm originally from North Carolina. I was locked up with him in the county for like a few weeks or whatever. And I got out before the nigga. And everybody know me, I'm gonna get money nigga. So I get out, I start getting to it. You feel me? I get out, I start getting to it. I'm looking like more than what I'm worth though at the time, you feel me? So I bumps into the nigga that I was locked up with. He like, yo, he on some jail shit. Yo, let me hold something, bro. You looking good? I spin the nigga. I hit him with the money making Mitch. Like, I ain't got no money, baby. I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I hit him with that shit, right? So he ain't like that shit. So we had a little spot or whatever, and the nigga, I didn't know the nigga was getting high, right? So we had a little spot or whatever. We in the spot. We took over this lady house here. It was our little trap house. We in the spot. We in the back of the spot counting some money. We didn't know he was in the house getting high with the lady. We didn't know. So he comes to the back. You know how you have like trap house shit. And you have like, instead of having a door, you might have a towel like pinned up over the door. Mm-hmm. Instead of a door, just be like a towel over the doorway. So the nigga comes in and see us counting money like, oh shit, and he just come back out. So me and my mans and then we looking at each other like, okay, we about to step up security. So we get him out of there, whatever. And we get him out of there because the nigga was a known shooter, to keep it 100, you feel me? He was a known shooter. So we get him out of there, so we're gonna step up security. So boom, a few weeks pass by. It's the day after Valentine's Day. I'm a young nigga, I'm probably like 22. I done tricked off mad money, fucking with mad bras on Valentine's Day. So I'm like, I gotta get that shit back. So I go to the spot. The spot is like up the street from these little projects where I'm from. Now, I gotta make a decision because it's hot as shit. This little strip is on fire. So I'm like, damn, do I wanna take the ham? Because I wouldn't never park at the spot. I will park up the street in the projects and I'll walk from the projects to the spot. So I parked the van, I'm like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna leave the hammer. Dumbass mistake. Leave the hammer. Cause I'm like, I can stash these drugs. I ain't gotta get, if I can stand a search with this shit, but they gonna catch me with the hammer if they catch me, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So anyway, I fucking go up to the spot. Me and my mans, this when niggas first got on that piff like that, first got on that haze, this like 04. So we in there, we smoking haze, we getting high, whatever. Niggas pass out, we wake up, everybody sleeps. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go to the store, man. Y'all need anything? Niggas like, yeah, I'm good. I go to the store, little corner store, and come back. On my way back, I'm stepping into the yard. When I step into the yard, cause it's like a little house like on the strip or whatever. As I'm stepping into the yard, nigga come from the around the corner with the Crip flag on his face, right? All my little homies is Crip at the time. So the nigga come around the corner with the Crip flag on his face, like, yo, get that shit up, they put it down. So I'm like, I look at the nigga at first, like, first and foremost, let me bring it back. The sound that caught my attention was the and everybody know what that sound mean, you know what I mean? That shit like so I'm like, oh shit. So he like, yo, give me that shit, nigga, don't run, So I'm looking at the nigga with the flag on his face. I'm saying, yo, this one of my mans playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this one of my niggas playing. So as I look at the nigga, cause I'm high too, as I look at the nigga, I'm like, nah, this nigga not playing. So I try to cut ass. As soon as I spin around and start running, boom. I'm talking about bomb. This shit like rock the house type shit, my man said. That shit spit me, my nigga. You know when Lloyd Banks said the Trey Pound and spin him around like the young James Brown? That shit spit me around. No bullshit. That shit spit me. So the shit spins me. I fall on my back. The nigga come stands over me with the joint, smoking barrel, for real. This on my dad's sister. Nigga come stand over my face with the joint smoking. Yo, where that shit So I'm like, yo, I ain't got shit, my nigga. I got X amount of shit on me. The nigga so scary, he just get like 2 cell phones off me and run. So when the nigga take off, I try to get up and run. When I try to get up, my shit is dead. Boom, I fall right on the ground, my leg dead. So I'm like, oh man, I almost get hit by a car. I'm in the middle of the street, fucked up. So some little niggas up the block, I'm screaming. I ain't even on front, like I'm screaming like a bitch. Yeah. And then some of my little homies came and picked me up and shit, man. They came and got me. Flagged this broad down, took me to the ER. And shit, that's how shit went, you know what I mean?
What part of NC is this again?
This is Kingston, man. This is K-Town, man. This shit It's fucked up. All them little spots that it's a little town. When I was growing up, shit probably had like 50,000. It's probably like 30,000 people. Little bullshit town, but my nigga, and niggas will chime in when I say this shit. That shit is well renowned, my nigga. That shit is well renowned. That shit is very dangerous. It's the most fucked up part of NC. And niggas will tell you that. When they hear the story, niggas gonna be like, oh yeah, they not bullshit. That shit real. Niggas get busy out there. Niggas get busy out there all day. It's where Jerry Stackhouse. I grew up with Jerry Stackhouse and shit. Jerry Stackhouse. It's a lot of athletes from around my way, man. Athletes and hitters, man. Jerry Stackhouse. I grew up across the street from that nigga. The nigga Reggie Bullock that played for the Dallas Mavericks. He from out there. The nigga small of a man name that played for New Orleans. Brandon Ingram. Yeah, he from around my way too. It's a lot. It's, you know, like I said, it's a small town, but that shit well renowned, man. That shit is well renowned. Then I moved to PA. See, that's a whole nother story. After that shit happened, and I got back on my feet or whatever, I moved to PA.
I ain't want to cut you off. I ain't want to cut you off from what you was saying, because you was saying you was in the bathtub and you was able to move your toes a little bit and stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I told you I was in the bathtub. I was in the bathtub or whatever, move my toes. I was like, oh shit, I get excited or whatever. So gradually, I get on the cane. I get on the crutches. I start going to physical therapy. I get on the cane. I'm struggling, but I'm getting my strength back. So I say like a year. It took me like a year to be able to walk without a cane. So a year go by or whatever. Now I'm walking. So boom, like I said, I start walking. So now I'm running around. I'm back in the streets again. So fuck around. So I moved to Maryland first, right? Just check me out. I moved to Maryland first. But when I moved to Maryland, I'm still coming back home, like hustling and shit every other weekend and shit like that. So one of the weekends that I come home, just like maybe a year and a half, probably like a year and a half after I got shot. One of the weekends I come home, I bump into my old chick, mom. She's smoking shit, right? I bump into my old chick, mom's, and she got something from me. So she gets something from me. I go to my mom's crib, and I'm passed out. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Fucking doorbell ring. I'm like, what the fuck? I go to the door. It's this bitch. So I'm like, oh man. My mom's like, what the fuck? My mom's going crazy. I'm like, yo, mom, I got this. I'm spazzing on shorty. Like, yo, what you doing? You know better than that. You can't pull up like that. All this shit. So she wants something, but when she get what she get, she tell me like, yo, I've been wanting to tell you. I ain't want to tell you for a minute, but yo, she was like, yo, my mom, my family, the one that did that to you. Like, she basically told me that they put the thing on me. They put the spell on me and shit. You know what I mean? And all this other shit. So I'm like, wow. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, the prophet said that shit was gonna happen like that. Like, she told me everything. Like, I'm kind of scared to get into the details because that shit's so real. But yeah, man, that shit is a true story. That shit went just like that. Just like that. Like, it fucked me up too, to the point like nigga had tears in his eyes. Like when she was telling me, it's like I knew what she was gonna say when she was telling me. And this is like almost 2 years later after the prophet told me what was gonna happen or whatever. The doctor said I wouldn't walk again. They told me to cut my leg off. Straight up. The doctor said, yo, you'll never walk again. Your leg is dead. You're gonna have to amputate that shit, or you're gonna be on drugs the rest of your life. Swear to God, straight like that. And my mom's went into straight prayer mode. You know what I mean? And she had a prophet come see me. True story. She had a prophet come see me. The prophet came and prayed over me. She started speaking in tongues. She prayed over me like 30, 45 minutes. She spoke in tongues. She told my moms, and she told me and my moms a whole bunch of shit that happened, man. I can't even really speak on it. But everything she told my moms, that shit became true. Down to the old girl, people was coming to tell me what happened, because I'm like, I didn't believe the shit at first, but it started making sense, because it was like, yo, me and Shorty was going through so much shit. Nigga went broke, nigga lost mad weight, nigga got locked up, nigga got shot. All this shit happened in like 6 months. No bullshit, all that shit happened in like 6 months. But I didn't know what was going on, you know what I'm saying? So really getting shot was a blessing, because when I got shot, all that shit came, it brought shit to light. I wouldn't have never known shit. I might have fucking died out that motherfucker. So boom, like I was telling you, after I got shot or whatever, shit got crazy, more or less, and I was like, I started fucking with another broad. Me and her was going through it. So I ended up going to Maryland. Maryland always been like my second home. All my mom's family from Maryland and Jersey and shit. So my sisters, all of them was in Maryland at the time. My sister told me to come up because I was going through it with this bra. So like I said, I move up with my sister in Maryland. My sister Keisha that I told you passed away, God rest her soul. So I moved to Maryland with her. At the time, I'm fucked up, right? So I'm working or whatever. I'm working and shit, doing my little thing, get a little gig. And so shit started going on. My brother, he was going through some shit too. And I just like, damn, I gotta make a move or whatever. So long story short, my birthday come around, right? So my birthday come around, my man's B, I'll say his name, B holler at me too, man. I've been looking for my nigga for a minute. My nigga B from Baltimore, and my sister boyfriend at the time. These niggas like, yo, we gonna get you right, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to watch my mouth cause my lady might be listening. But they like, yo, we gonna get you right for your birthday. You know, we gonna get you a female, get you right. So at the time, niggas was fucking with that Craigslist shit, right? And shit like that. So niggas do what they do, whatever, get a bra, whatever. But in the process of doing that shit, I meet another bra on the chat line type shit from PA. So days go by, I meet the bra from PA, me and her on the phone. We talking, we going back and forth. This shit going on for a minute. So she like, yo, you need to come out here. You need to come out here and fuck with this shit. You need to come see me, yo. This, that, and third. You need to come out here. There's money out here. I'm like, all right. But the whole time, she got a nigga out there that she said like her brother. She keep putting this nigga on the phone. He from Detroit. He like, yo, my nigga, you need to come out here, boy. Niggas selling dimes for 50 out this motherfucker. I said, what? He said, yo, I gotta come out there. He talking too crazy. I gotta come out there. Now, mind you, like I said, I'm fucked up. So at the time, my nigga, this my word, I gathered up 8-ball money. Straight up. I can talk about this shit because it's ancient history. I done did my time for it. I gathered up 8-ball money. I get a ball. The bra like, yo, I'm gonna come get you, right? So she in PA. I don't really want to say where, but I say the area is like close to Erie. This shit is like northwestern PA. She said she's gonna meet me. Now I'm familiar with because I was getting money out there before. Not a lot of money, but my cousin was the man out there. I'm not gonna say his name. My cousin, everybody know niggas from New York, that's like they second OT spot. Niggas down get money. So if I meet the brother, she come pick me up. The funny shit is when she get there, this bitch, her face pretty, but her body is bigger than what it looked like in the picture, right? So I'm like, whatever, I'm with it. She done drove way out here. She come pick me up. I get in the car with her. We on our way. We on 80, right? We get to 80. We going to PA. We get all the way out here. Like I said, this shit is in Northwest. This shit is out there, man. It's near Erie. Anybody know about Erie? It's in that area. So we get way the fuck out here. As we getting out there, I'm looking at how the fucking terrain is changing. I'm like, yo, this shit look like Alaska out this motherfucker, yo. It's cold as shit. Mountains everywhere. It's dark. This shit looking crazy. It's spooky as hell. So we get to our destination. I get to the fiend house that she with or whatever. That shit is like gone instantly. These motherfuckers, I make like 600 off the ball. They buying dimes for 50 for real. So I'm like, oh shit. So now I ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So I meet up with the nigga that she was talking about from Detroit. I meet up with this nigga, and he like, yo, why? He's like, yo, this told you it's real out here, this, that, and third. So he like, yo, I'm gonna sell you a quarter, right? So the nigga sells me a quarter. I get the quarter. I'm fucking around. I make a little 800 off the quarter, but I lose half the shit to keep it 100. It's snowed up like fucking, man. It's so much snow out that motherfucker, man. I never seen this much snow in my life, straight up. It's probably like 25 inches of snow on the ground. I drop the shit in the snow, lose it. So I get the 7 grams with him. I make the money off of that. Now at this time, I'm like, yo, like I told you, I got a family in Jersey. I called my cousin. My cousin said he got a plug and shit. I knew it. So I called my cousin. My cousin like, yo, come see me. I got you. This, that, and third. I got you, man. Just get over here. I put my little money together. Me, my man's from Detroit. He had a couple of dollars. And his broad, we all hop on the highway. We on 80. We going to Jersey. We go to Jersey. I go see my cousin. My cousin take me to the plug. He take me to the plug. I forgot what we got, but I ended up getting like some shit like, it might have been like a half. I might have ended up getting like a half or some shit. My man got like an ounce or two. We come back. Now we go back. Now this time we go back. The broad got a job. So she's like, yo, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna leave you a list of names. I want you to call all these people and they're gonna fuck with you. All of them good money, they're gonna fuck with you. So I'm like, all right. It's like 20 names on the joint. I call this shit. Like 10 of them probably don't answer. Like 5 of them can't get to me. But like 5 of them come fuck with me. Now the 5 that come fuck with me, they end up being my heavy hitters for real. Everybody spend 100 and up. I'm talking like, man, niggas giving up like 0.5, 0.6 for $100 probably type shit, right? So I bubble that shit out there. I bubble that shit up. Now I got like a cool, mind you, it's all crackers too. Maybe one nigga I'm fucking with, everybody white. It's all white people. The money out there is crazy. Needless to say, and anybody been out there, they know what I'm talking about. Like the money's crazy out there. So now I'm up to about 1,500. But mind you, this like 3-4 days. I just had an 8 ball. You feel me? I'm up to like 1,500. So me and the little broad, we start having our little differences or whatever. One of the females that she introduced me to, the Sicilian bitch, she was getting money. Her whole family was known for getting money out that motherfucker. Family full of fiends and niggas that hustle. These white motherfuckers. It's a whole project out there full of white people. I never seen no shit like this in my life. A whole project, nothing but fucking crackers, straight up. All white people. So we meet. I'm fucking with her. I end up, long story short, I end up dead in the other broad, but I made sure she was straight because she took me to the water. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure she was straight or whatever. But I deaded her. So now I'm on my own. I got my bride. We doing our 1-2. She introduced me to, when I get her, that was like, she was like the $1 million baby. You ain't had to do shit. Like once I got her, this shit was a wrap. I ain't have to do too much. So I do my little 1-2. I come back. Now I have about probably about 2,500. I go back and see my cousin again. Go see the plug again. So I do this shit like 2-3 times till I get up to like $1.25, right? By the time I get back with $1.25, my cousin take me to see the plug. The plug like, yo, you gotta bring him in. Like, yo, he's spending too much money. You know what I'm saying? He doing too much. I gotta meet him. So this how I got the plug. I get the plug. Me and him chop it up. This is my man to this day. I ain't gonna say his name, but we chop it up. We get real tight. He like, yo, for now, you ain't even gotta worry about going through your cousin. Just come see me. This, that, and third. Don't worry about it. You good. So I'm like, all right, that's a bet. So now I'm up to $1.25. All this shit, my nigga, is going on in like 2-3, I'm gonna say 3 weeks tops, right? So now I'm to the point where I kind of got a well-oiled machine because I got my bra, I got my little shit. I probably got about 10 fiends, but them fiends, the way they hustle out there, the fiends get money. Fiends be getting more money than the street niggas be getting, you know what I'm saying? So I got my little team or whatever. I got my $1.25. Off $1.25, for real, off $1.25, man, I'm probably making like, at the time, this is like 08. At the time, I'm probably making like 8-9 grand off the $1.25, no bullshit. Like, which is crazy. Like that, anybody know the numbers, that's crazy. So I do that. I get the so now I'm ready to get me a V. So I go get me a little Chrysler. I go get me a little green Chrysler, whatever. Now all this time going on, I haven't even been back to Maryland because mind you, I left Maryland and didn't even tell nobody what I was doing. So I pulled back up to Maryland. Shit done changed a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I pulled back up to Maryland like a month. Shit done, I'm looking like new money. That ain't a lot of money, but I'm looking like new money. I'm up a little bit, right? So I do that. I come back and forth. So now I got this shit. Like I said, now this shit is a well-oiled machine. Cause now I'm doing like, and all this is just off the girl. So now I'm doing about. I'm probably doing about 10, 15 a week. But this is all me to the neck. I ain't answering to nobody. This all my money. Ain't breaking down with nobody. I'm my own boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving nobody I don't owe nobody $1, right? So this shit goes on for a minute, my nigga. Like to the point where a nigga was getting so much money. Like I ain't even had time to say that shit. Like just like Dame Dash, I remember Dame Dash said some shit. He was like, "Yo, when you get money, when you get a lot of money, like you don't save no money, my nigga. That shit always getting reinvested. Everything in motion all the time." So that's how it was. Like I was getting so much money that I ain't have to save shit. If I went and spent 5, 10 grand, that just meant that I ain't spend no money for a week, and I got the shit right back. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Now all this is off the girl. Like I say, all this shit is off the girl. And mind you, I might left out. It's a lot of this is an OT spot. So I'm not the only nigga getting money out there. Detroit niggas had this shit under siege. When I say Detroit niggas had this shit under siege, Detroit niggas had this shit under siege. So what I'm getting is really comes to what these niggas is getting out here, but I'm not a team, I'm by myself. Detroit niggas with this spot right here, nothing but Detroit niggas. Nothing but the Detroit niggas, Ohio niggas, Pittsburgh niggas, a few niggas from Jamestown, New York, cause this shit is like a hub, my nigga. Like this is a historic spot for money. Like niggas discover oil in this area. You heard of Pennzoil before?
Yeah.
You know what Pennzoil is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oil was like discovered in Pennsylvania. That's where that shit come from. This area is where like oil was discovered. So it's a lot of old money out there. Niggas come out there and get rich overnight type shit. For real. Like niggas come out there and get rich overnight. So the story goes on and on and on. But I get to the point where I'm fucking with my mans. I'm fucking with my other homeboy at the time from North Carolina and a Detroit nigga. But what I seen was the niggas, when you fucking with niggas and niggas see your come up, a lot of times niggas don't like that shit. And niggas will try to slow you the fuck up. Like niggas will try to slow you the fuck up. So what I started doing was instead of exposing.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Tell me
niggas
about
will try. Niggas will try. If you on the block with a nigga, I'm just giving you an instant. You and a nigga selling 8 balls together, and you just fuck around and you grind your money up, and you go hard, and you don't buy nothing, and you make sacrifices. Next thing you know, you got a quarter joint. A lot of niggas can't take that shit. A lot of niggas can't take that shit. They can't stand beside you. It take a real nigga to congratulate you for that. But the average nigga, they don't like that shit. The average nigga don't like that shit, lad.
That's a fact.
So
man. Niggas don't want to. Niggas want to kill you just because you copping up heavier than them.
Right. But I didn't know that at the time. See, that's the type shit you only know when you start really doing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that at the time. So niggas that I used to fuck with, that seen that was around when I was getting 8 balls and quarters, everything was okay. But now I want quarter joints and shit like that. Niggas looking at you funny, or niggas want to hit you with some bullshit when you buy it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to do anything to slow you up, so I started seeing that shit. So I said, you know what? I had to start hiding the paper. Instead of going to spend 15, I might go spend 5 with this nigga, 5 with my other mans, 5 with my other mans, because I can't let these niggas know what I got. Because niggas will try to slow you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I peep that shit. Niggas will slow you the fuck up. Or they give you some dumb shit, or niggas do anything but do what they supposed to do. That's a fact. They do anything but what they supposed to do. So I start moving around like that. Now, mind you, all this shit is off the girl, right? So one day, me and my chick at the time, we kicking it. And she like, yo, you need to get some boy. Like, nigga, this where the money at. I said, man, I don't know about that shit. I'm cool with what I'm doing. So little did I know, my man's in Jersey was the boy plug, right? So I mentioned it to him. So next time I go see him, this nigga give me a little breezy, give me a break. He like, yo, just get this shit away and let me know what they think. Just get this shit away. So I go back to the town, go hit 80. This shit like a relay race, 80 all day, back and forth. I'm doing this shit. So I hit 80. I go back to the town, I pass that shit out. So the bitch like, nah, don't pass that shit out. Just sell it to niggas. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get this shit away. Man, I gave that shit away, man. I couldn't fucking sit down, man. Niggas was blowing my phone up. Yo, this the best shit I've ever had. I didn't know that it was that pack at the time. This was way back, you feel me? This was before niggas was on that shit like they on now, right? So, needless to say, I go back and see my man. We got something. We got something. And when I say that shit changed the game, oh boy, that shit changed the game. That shit took, that when I did that shit, my nigga, I was getting so much money at that time, it was scary. Like the money that I was getting off the girl, that shit couldn't, the money I was getting off the girl in a week, yo, word to everything, I might see that shit in a day, 2 days. Like I'm talking about, it's 10, 12, $13,000 days out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing like, this shit so crazy because at the time, I probably was getting, if I broke it all the way down, I probably was getting bonus for like 35. Yo, them shits was going for like 200, 175, 200. And I'm doing probably fucking, in a week, I'm probably doing, shit, in a week, I'm doing like 20 bricks easy, 30, 20. By the time I run back and forth or just cop up. So shit got crazy, man. Now, mind you, I gotta break it to the beginning. Remind you, I came out there with an 8-ball last, you feel me? I came out there with a ball. That's it. I don't even think I might have had $100, you feel me? I came out there with an 8-ball. So, this shit, yo, no bullshit. I can say this shit now because I done did my time for it. Man, I ran through a couple M's out that motherfucker. No bullshit, easy. And my man can vouch for it. I ran through a couple M's out there easy. Fucking up the paper. Yeah, I ran through a couple M's out there now. The thing about that is, just like anything else, every good thing come to an end, you feel me? So I get bagged by attorney generals. White boy set me up. Anybody know anything about Commonwealth state? Attorney generals like the baby feds out that motherfucker. When the state boys can't get you, or when they can't get you in town, they send attorney generals at you. And they ain't fucking playing. You know what I'm saying? So I get backed up by the attorney generals or whatever.
What you mean, they just ran up in your crib one day and snatched you up?
Man, what happened was, man, I was elusive out there. I'm not even gonna say my name. This is what the DA said at my motherfucking hearing, right? He said, Your Honor. I never forget these words. He said, Your Honor, he has a very lucrative, elusive drug transporting operation, Your Honor. I said, God damn, this nigga, he made me want to convict my fucking self when he said that shit. But he was true. It was true because the way I move, yo, niggas did, my chick had this shit so crazy that I never really saw, out of all that money I was getting, yo, I probably met like 15 people. Like I was hiding out there because it's very racist out there, lads. You feel me? It's very racist. So like, I wouldn't even show my face type shit. I'm talking about like, I want some food. I'm sending a fiend to the store to get some food. I gotta send some money back home. I'm sending one of my lieutenants to Western Union or MoneyGram, because niggas was fucking with MoneyGram heavy back then. Cash App wasn't out. I'm sending somebody to MoneyGram to send my folks some money back home or pay a bill. Like I never came out. But long story short, far as them knocking me, right? They kicked in mad doors. They was trying to get me. They was pissed off because they couldn't get me. But what ended up happening was the broad that I was fucking with, me and her end up like having a falling out, right? And she end up, and this is my crime, this is my partner, you feel me? So she end up, me and her start fucking around. She started doing her own thing. So she ended up burning the nigga. She ended up burning the nigga money-wise. Like, she ended up burning the nigga for, like a stack, right? But the nigga that she burnt was a nigga that I was fucking with, too. Like, because when we split up, we both was doing our own thing. She doing her thing, I'm doing mine. The nigga she burnt for the money, she was still telling people that she was fucking with me, that she was getting shit from me. So the nigga that she burnt for the money, he thinking the shit came from me. So the nigga lined me up. Yeah, the nigga lined me up. He did a controlled buy. On me and shit. And that nigga, so I got bagged. But this the crazy shit, right? I get bagged. I do my little time or whatever. I really didn't do a lot of time, to be honest. I did a little over a year. I had a great lawyer, and I got caught with some short shit. That was the crazy shit. Out of all that shit I did, I can speak on it. Out of all that shit I did, my nigga, I got caught with some very, very short shit. Like some very short shit. So I do my time. I come back home, They made my bond 100,000. The only reason my bond was like that because I'm asking the niggas, yo, to keep it 100. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got caught with like 3 grams. Actually, I didn't get caught with shit. The controlled buy was for 3 grams. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. But they had so much. When you get locked, when attorney generals get you, they give you a shit. When they investigate you, you have a shit called cause of arrest, right? And your cause of arrest, they talk about the whole investigation. Everything that people said about you, every house they ever raided trying to get you, every nickname you got. That's why I won't say my name right now, because my nickname out there, that shit was on my motherfucking sentencing papers, man. Like they might say, let's say your nickname Laz, but your real name Maurice. They say, yo, Laz, aka Maurice, aka Laz Washington or whatever. My nickname was on my motherfucking sentencing papers. That's how real this shit was. So a name that I completely made up. But that's how they do. That's how they do shit out there. That Commonwealth shit different, man. That shit not a game. But you know, I did my time. I came home. Now the crazy shit is, Bob, before I got locked up, I had got a tow truck. I helped my pops get a tow truck. And when I came home, my pops had fucking got that shit together and made that shit up and turned it into a business. So when I came home, I have a business to come to. You know what I'm saying? Cause my pops a hustler too. Shout out to my pops. Like, and we'll get into that later. But my pops put this shit together, so when I came home, I could be on my feet or whatever. But what I do, that shit too slow for me. You know what I'm saying? I come home, I work with my pops for a minute. But now, this is another thing too. When anybody know that when you get locked up in a Commonwealth state, especially PA, they want you, when you get out, they want you to go back to the state you was born in. Like, I don't give a fuck where you was staying at. Whatever state you was born in, that's the state you gotta go back to. So if you staying in New York, but you was born in South Carolina and you get locked up in PA, they sending your ass back to South Carolina, or you gotta stay in PA. You either gotta stay in PA or you gotta go to South Carolina. They don't give a fuck where you was staying at. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't even send me back to Maryland. They made me come back to North Carolina. Cause that's my born state. So now they got me on this shit called Interstate Compact. Interstate Compact is basically like, it's some Commonwealth shit. It's basically like, you where you at on parole, but we still control this shit. You gotta go by our rules. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you in North Carolina, but if you violate, you coming back here and you gotta follow our rules. So I'm doing this parole shit in North Carolina. This shit too slow, money too slow. What I do, I'm back home where everybody know me. Niggas asking me for work. Niggas asking me this. Niggas asking me that. Because mind you, the whole time that niggas was seeing me in North Carolina, they didn't know what I was doing, Laz. They knew that I was getting money, but you know how niggas get OT money and then they come back home to floss? You know how that shit go. You know what I'm saying? But when I come back, niggas don't know I'm getting money in PA. I'm not getting money in North Carolina. So niggas don't know where, I pop up looking rich. And niggas don't have a clue what's going on. Cause I don't stay in North Carolina. My parents stay there, but I stay in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? I stay in Maryland and I stay in PA. So, long story short, like I said, I go back for the second run. I go back for the second run. After I done did a bid and fucking come back home and get on the straight and narrow, I go back for the second run, right? I go back for the second run, and that run, it's not too far back enough for me to speak on that shit. I don't want to speak on that shit too much. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to speak on that shit too much, one of you.
Hey, yo, join my Patreon today. I know y'all been hearing a lot of haters going at me. I know y'all tired of it. I'm tired of it. So join my Patreon and come witness me destroy one of these haters. Gather around, people. You know, we're gonna have a sacrifice tonight. And we're gonna have an exorcism. And we're gonna get these demons out of these filthy mongrels, one by one, right on my Patreon.